All right, what's up, BBN? So, um, pretty controversial take here from me. And I know there is going to be people in the comment section, just people that think in general that I'm very delusional about this take. And I'm going to pin this video, and in a couple of months, I'm going to come back to it and see if I am right about this take or not. And that simply is Mark Pope and Kentucky basketball will turn this thing around. And there is so many negative things that I can dive into and talk about. Starting number one, the lack of effort at some points. Then number two, the lack of shooting that we have seen from this team. And number three, the ups and the downs of rebounding and defense. Sometimes really good, sometimes really bad. All of that to say, Mark Pope will turn this thing around at Kentucky this year. And along with saying that, I will come back to this video at before the SEC tournament starts. The last game ends, I believe we play Florida in our last game. After that game is over, I will come back to this video here. And I believe at that time, Kentucky basketball will be in contention for the seeding in the NCAA tournament. Yes, I do believe that they will make the NCAA tournament here. I know some people might see that controversial, but I think even crazier take here. Kentucky will be from a I know it's gonna be crazy, from a 1 to a 4 seed. Where I think they'll land, 2 or 3, because they have dug themselves a hole. But I do think they will turn it around. A lot of points here. Mark Pope, let me say this. Mark Pope doesn't just randomly forget how to be one of the best offensive minds in the country. He simply just doesn't forget how to do that. He simply doesn't know how to put guys in position to succeed. He just doesn't lose that. Okay, number two, with the lack of effort thing, he is the best coach at understanding what Kentucky basketball is. In Kentucky basketball history, I know there have been some really, really good coaches, but he is the best at understanding what it is about Kentucky that makes it special. And I believe that piece right there that's really hard to turn around, but he understands. He understands it. And I believe he will, at some point, relay that information to them and relay that message so they will understand that as well. And it's going to be a very long video here, but I still believe in Mark Pope. I still believe in this super, super talented roster. Yes, is it a little bit disgruntled? Disgruntled? Hey, that's the wrong word. That's a terrible. I don't even know that's a word. Discombobulated in how this roster was put together. Yes, I do think a little bit. But that is still, and the $22 million is going to come into play. People are going to say that. That's why this team should be good. Whatever. Okay, cool. The individual dudes that we have are good. Okay, how can we get them to play as a team? So now we are getting to a point in the year where Kentucky will have Jaden Quaintance soon, very, very soon. There's kind of two different deciding points here. Well, we know for a fact he will be back in December at some point. But when, right? So I kind of heard that he will be sprinkled in the next coming of games to just kind of get him in there. And we've also heard that we wouldn't expect him to be in the next couple of games against Indiana and North Carolina Central or something like that. But nonetheless here, he's such a big factor. And I know you're going to say one guy isn't going to change. No, one guy is not going to change us all. You're right. But he will make such a positive impact on Kentucky basketball, specifically for this team. He will fix a lot of our rebounding issues. He's all of 6'10", 6'11", really, really good frame. And this guy is a projected top 5 pick next year, or at one point was going into the year. He will fix a lot of our rebounding and defensive problems. He's one of the best defenders in the country, especially around the rim. He will help us on the defensive end and rebounding for sure. Now, will he fix our shooting problems? No, he simply won't. He has the ability to knock down the shot, but let me tell you why this offense will be better with Jaden Quaintance in. He's a better passer than Malachi and Brandon Garrison. I think we will see resemblance of how the offense was last year once he's back in, because his ability to pass from the top of the key. I think he will be able to hit a lot of those cutters going back door. I think we will move him to the top of the key to see kind of that center playing the point guard role. He will be really, really good in that position. Very good passer and has the ability to knock down the three-point shot. He's an athletic freak. Okay, this dude has the ability to catch lobs. This dude has the ability to take guys one-on-one from the top of the key. As we see, nobody can do that this year from a big so far. A guy like Amari Williams was last year. He can do it. He has a better bag than Amari does, dribbling-wise. Can make elite moves at the top of the key to score. He will. I mean, we don't have issues scoring in the paint. We have drivers that can get downhill, that can score in the paint. You add a guy like this that can really score in the paint. Mo Diabate can get down there and has some really nice moves. Same thing with Andrea Jelovic. Our problem becomes then from the outside, where I think that we can, if we can make our 2-point scoring elite, we can get to a point where it's like the shooting, yes, maybe not the greatest, but it kind of is overshadowed by how good our 2-point offense is. I think our shooters, I think Kentucky, this is such a random stat here, but on KenPom, Kentucky has the 350th luck in all of college basketball. I think they will start hitting their open 3-point shots. Simply to put it, we have shooters, guys. I know it doesn't show right now. We have guys that can shoot the basketball, like to be an elite shooter. And I think a couple of those guys are Cam Williams, who has been struggling majorly, Colin Chandler, who hasn't struggled necessarily, but hasn't been able to hit consistently from the outside. That's a guy right there. Trent Noah. Andrea Jelovic can shoot it. Jalen Lowe can shoot it. I think his numbers from Pitt are a little bit skewed. He can shoot it. Jasper can shoot it for sure. Otega can knock down an open look. We have 2 or 3, I think, pretty elite shooters on this team that simply just haven't been able to put in the basket, and I think they will start doing that. I think in the Pope system, it's so easy for them to get open looks, and I think that they will. I truly believe this thing can be turned around. I think a guy like Mo Diabate, I think a guy like Cam Williams, Andrea Jelovic have the mentality that will turn this thing around. I believe in this Pope system. Again, he just doesn't forget just how to coach and be an elite offensive guy. I believe in this team, and again, I think they will be in the 1 seed to 4 seed range come the end of this year, and will be at one of the top teams in the SEC. I want you to bookmark this. I'll come back to this, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I completely get that. I will kind of stand up for what I said. Now, I don't know if I'll make this a prediction, but I do think Kentucky has a really, really good chance of winning out in the non-conference here. Obviously, we'll see that very, very soon. But Kentucky will turn this thing around, and by the end of the year, we'll have a product that we feel very, very confident of going into the NCAA tournament, and just proud of how they turn things around. And I believe Mark Pope will do that. What are your guys' thoughts on this? And again, I will be coming back to this. Kentucky, by the end of this season, will turn things around. Go Cats.